again, so you've got to play on the perimeter. Boy, and that's why this team is a threat to go all the way in the West.
Zach Randolph takes the high arcing shot and hits, as Phoenix obviously, like every other team does, doubling Zach Randolph every time he catches it on the low block.
Yeah, and they'll try to run Zach down to the corners. They'll try to get Tim Thomas open.
Oh, look at the defense by Blake. Takes it away from Nash. Nash tried to cross him over, and Blake just picked his pocket. And here's Martell Webster the other way for Portland.
Yeah, the problem is Nash doesn't care. He'll do it 1,000 times.
And Blake for three at the other end. So Steve Blake got...
Because they went behind the pick and roll all night long.
Blake down low, Ratliff the low catch and jump hook with the right hand, rolls in, and Theo looks like he came up lame. He's
the ability to leave his man. A guy like Sean Marion will make a three.
Blake, tough drive on Boris Diaw, and somehow he got that ball over Diaw, who's looking for Portland.
I think that was a moving pick on Blake too that last time. He really got wrapped, but see how Nash lets you penetrate? They'll let the guards penetrate. Now, if you have three in the middle, he'll find the open man as he did with Tim Thomas. Tim Thomas has found the gold mine now. He'll become a much, much better player as Brian Skinner. Side of the court to the other, and then the Suns couldn't help out inside. They quit doing that now.
It's all the Trailblazers need, another ankle injury, as Steve Blake gets a pick out top from Randolph. Zach takes a hesitation dribble, which he seems to always do, and usually hits after that. So
it's this three-point shooting Phoenix team.
They go inside to Zach. Marion went for the steal, and Zach finger rolls it up and in. He's got 17 now in the...
And you can see Zach right here.
Zach's upset at the call because Rodney Mott, who was 2 feet from the play, thought it was a clean steal. Martell Webster will be. We'll see that on film where he was trying to take off on that fast break and didn't stay in rebound. Blake, Victor again. Are you kidding me? At the shot clock buzzer, but had a foot on the line. This will have it 6 to shoot.
The main thing is, how can Benix Salvador look at and see from out court who's on the baseline, as reached that time by the Blazers on the out of bounds team. Very much like my son's team, St. Joe, against Xavier yesterday.
Webster for three right in front of the Phoenix bench. So Blake around a pick by Skinner. Skinner was open momentarily. Martell wouldn't take the three this time. Raja Bell is a terrific defender. Blake will take the three, and he rattles it down.
Well, if Blazers continue to shoot from the perimeter, and we said early in the ball game, facing the Phoenix, they really space it out so well.
Nash tried to hit the cutter. Blake got a hand on it. Portland out 3 on 2.
Shoots 7 for 11 when he couldn't get off the bench for the Hawks.
Right situation.
Yeah.
Blake inside. Skinner had Nash on him, and he lays it in. As a good pass by Steve Blake, who Webster.
You can always tell how the Blazers and the Suns are doing if you see that points in the paint. The Blazers continue to pound it in.
Blake left open for the three, instead goes to Zach, who's doubled. Now the skip pass to Kriapa for two. Yes, sir! Phoenix bench going crazy, wanting at 82% per game.
Look at Nash get around. They say he doesn't play defense, but he can get around picks.
Blake pulls up top of the key and hands that over Nash.
Yeah,
and got away with on Steve Blake. But take a look at Blake at the offensive end.
Yeah, and he has really the last, I'd say, 14 games back in.
Well, and Telfer had a terrific first half. We'll wait and see. That's Kriapa's first foul, by the way. 2:35 left third quarter. Trailblazers still lead by 7. At the timeout.
Yeah, right out of the timeout. And we mentioned about substituting against this team. Don't try to have your starters play the whole ball game as the Blazers. It's Phoenix. You got to see what's coming ahead of time. That pick and roll was quite obvious, and the weak side didn't help out at all.
Darius Miles, then a nice night shooting from the field. Miles double team. They skip to Blake. Is Blake playing the 2-guard spot, which is unusual, but they can get away with it against Phoenix. Blake for three with 2 on the shot clock. Blake is doing his best in the post. Take a look at Blake offensively.
And look at Thomas back up. It doesn't even put a hand up till Blake goes up for the shot. To the offensive end.
Blake has been terrific tonight. Blake goes baseline, drops it to Outlaw. Oh, he double clutches and gets it home. And Mike D'Antoni wants a timeout.
Look at Blake. Blake all the way looked for
Travis was going to pack it, and then he saw D out.
Yeah, he did a nice job of adjusting. Both players did, Blake and Travis Outlaw, youngest team in the NBA, going right at the Phoenix Suns, who have the third best record in the West.
130 to 85, and we talked about Portland wanting to return the favor. Not many thought it was possible. Blake, oh, he takes the hit and scores! As the Trailblazers get the victory here tonight.